Hello, Mr. Farrell. This is Josh from Josh and Danny SEO. We talked in the parking lot about me sending you a video about how to essentially build the best optimized website and see what we can do for you in order to start, of course, ranking in Houston for the photography that you do. So I just started out on your Facebook page, just looking through it because these are awesome pictures. Best picture ever. It gives me such a Johnny Depp vibe. Um, it looks amazing. And then all the different pictures that you've done, all the different portrait style pictures, and the event that you did, which is amazing. So just looking through all the different pictures they've taken and put on your Facebook, um, it's freaking amazing. I'm not gonna curse on video because this goes to YouTube, but it's uh, it's amazing what you've done. So what I did essentially is I just went to our system called Ahrefs. This allows us to look behind the scenes at what traffic is going to what words. So when we put in Houston, and then I included anything photographers, photography, photo, anything like that to find what the best keyword for Houston photography is, which, as you can see, Houston photographers is the top keyword for this niche. Now, the reason why is because people are searching that 1,200 times. So that's why this is going to be the word you want to go for automatically, even if it isn't like the set niche that you're in. It's very broad, so it's something you'd want to rank for because then you'd have people coming to you, whether or not it's exactly for your service, but you know a lot of people that can do if they want to do wedding photography, if they want to do um, what was it, object, um, like for item photography for different things. So you can get that traffic and then help everybody around you as well. That supplements out. So what I did, oh, whoops, didn't want to do that. There we go. We're going to stick with this. So what I did is I based it off this word because the top person for this will be strong in most of the other keywords throughout. So like Houston family photographer, Houston photographer's family, these would be great because these can still be in the niche that you're doing. I know I've seen some, I know you more work with the person, but I've seen some photos as well of you working with families and doing stuff like that. So I'm going to put in this word into Google. So Houston photographers. So the first thing that's going to pop up are your ads. These are the people that are paying for their website to be front and center. So, for example, Houston photographers, cost per click. So it costs every time I would click on this, it would charge them $2.50. So we're not going to do that. But that's what they're paying to be up here. So if I would just spam this, which I'm not going to be that pain in the butt. I can't say worse words, but that that's what it takes to be front and center for someone to pay for Google Ads. Then you're going to have your Google Map Pack. Now, the GMB is super important to get on because 30 to 40% of all people who would type in Houston photographers will stop right here and pick one of these three people. That's just the easiest thing to do. So that's, unfortunately, people take the easy way. Doesn't mean they're the best, just means that they're ranking pretty well. And then, of course, you're going to have your organic rankings. This is going to be by strength of website. So the rest of the people are going to come here. So you're going to have your generic, which are these two guys. They're not really anything. You have Yelp and then an Instagram that I'm not 100% sure who's going for that. But your top guy, Rob Greer. This is going to be the competitor all around Houston. He's pretty much the top of the market. So let's check out his website. So his website, he has the different, of course, all the different photography, portrait, product photography. That's what it was. I know wedding and event kind of go together. I know event can be anything from a speech to anything like that, but similar venues. Um, and then, of course, engagement photography. So he has everything, and that's why it's helpful for him. But it's not something necessarily you'd look for because you're going for more targeted to, or we'll say more portrait um, and just general photography. So going through his website, he doesn't really have much. He has explains who he is and then what he does, wedding photographer, portrait, product, and then so that's the content that we're looking at. Because down here, it's just a mess. Um, it's just everywhere that he services, which that's not what you're looking for. It's just a waste of words in his website. It actually, I looked at it and I'm like, ugh, that's not necessarily something you want to do. So he does a good job just giving a small breakdown. What you do want is about 1,500, 2,000 words on your home page, breaking down the different style services you do. Um, of course, the different um, experiences that you've had. I know there's supposed to be an about us page, but you do want to give them a little sneak peek of what it is you do, how long you've done it, and we're going to say a promise of excellence, which over your career, all you have to do is point to your Facebook page. But that's something you would link in as well anyway. But let's check behind the scenes and see what they're doing so well. So when we put them in Ahrefs, which is the system that allows us to check websites as well, out pops the rankings. So their UR and the DR are the two things that we look at the most. The UR is the strength of their website. The DR is the trust Google places in their website. Now, the ideal spot is between 30 and 40 with the ratio of 1 to 1. So Rob Greer is doing amazing. They're certainly hitting the mark when it comes to um, rankings, which is why they're number one. So the way you get that is with your backlinks. Now, what a backlink is any link that leads from another website back to yours. Or another way to say it is another referring domain. So he has 546 websites with 3,280 links leading back to his. So we don't want to get this confused though, because backlinks are not created equal. So a backlink from Wikipedia would be an awful link to have because Wikipedia is a very spammy site. However, a backlink from a distinguished I'm used to flooring, but a distinguished photography blog talking about really any photography would be awesome because that's relevant to what service you provide. So the quality of backlinks and the style backlinks do matter. As well as what organic keywords are you ranking for. Now, organic keyword is a buyer intent word someone's putting into Google to find your service. For example, the Houston photographers. That would be a going through all the different tabs. That would be a buyer intent word because people are looking for photographers in Houston would put that in. So what we're going to do is we're going to check what buyer intent keywords they have, which they have a lot of them. So of course, Rob Greer, that's him. Houston photographers, they're in the first real position, which they're getting 168 people coming to their site from that. Houston photographer, 900 people a month are searching that. They're in the first or second real position. They're getting 150 people to their site from that. Houston, Texas photographer, 400 people a month. First real position, 85 people from that. Best color to wear in photos. So some of these are, of course, going to be useless just because Google will pick up from their site. Because this can be anybody can type this into Google. It's not something that's specific to website. So we would skip over that. Photographer Houston, 150, first real position, 66 people from that. Photography Houston, Texas, 150, first real position. So as you can see, for these great photography keywords, basic keywords, essentially, they're not even like niche specific. He's ranking in the top 1 or 2, and he's getting 150, 85, 168. Just from that, he's getting around like 800 people coming to his site just from those keywords because he's ranking number 1. So if we're looking to build the ideal website, I wouldn't necessarily copy the front end of this just because it's not really a good homepage. I'm going to be honest. However, what I would do is I'd copy the back end. So creating a website, I would put 1,500, 2,000 words on your homepage explaining the different photography, how long you've been in, the experiences you've had, where you do it, and of course, a little bit about all your experiences with your different projects. And then, of course, have a separate service page for going deeper into it, as well as an About Us, because you can write a ton about the About Us page, as well as a contact, so that you can put as much content as you can, 1,500, 2,000 words, 5 to 750 words on your service pages, about 250 to 500 words on your Contact Us and About Us page, so that you can organically place those buyer intent words that you are seeing that he was getting the traffic from. That's why you want that content, so that you can organically place the buyer intent words in there. And then, of course, in order to rank the site, you would want to, of course, get those backlinks. That's how you get the URDR up. The great thing is, he has 3,280. You do want more. You want about 3,500 to beat him out. You know where to get them. It's working for them. It can always work for you. So you can always go in, find the great backlinks for their company, and add them to your new website. And of course, if it's helping them rank to number one, it'll help you rank to number one. And of course, when you add on top of that, that'll help you beat them out. And then, of course, you put the optimized website with the backlinking together, and you should start ranking up through Google. And then, of course, putting your social media on it as well will always help, because that'll draw people through your website. In order for your website to start gaining traction earlier, because they already know you. So having them go through your site, having Google say, hey, people are coming to the site through this, will also help you rank a little faster once you get everything set. Now, I hope you found this helpful, Ferrell. If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to reach back out to me. Looking forward to your feedback on it, see what you thought about it. And yeah, you have a blessed rest of your night.